Get off!
We're not too sure what happened. That's what we're trying to find out. I got 2 emails today from the embassy in Zanzibar. They said the investigation is still ongoing. That we have not determined the cause of death yet at all. An investigation still.
I find it hard to believe that a lifestyle influencer, 31 years of age, goes to Tanzania with her fiance and takes her life. You heard what I just said? Ashley Janae was found dead in a Tanzania hotel, and her fiance is claiming that she took her own life. Her fiance is claiming that she put a rope around her neck and took her own life.
Shocking new details regarding Ashley Robinson's passing just leaked and everyone is spiraling. We are talking exclusive hotel tea and CCTV evidence that might finally expose what went down during that violent clash. If you were side-eyeing those early claims about her ending her own life, it is officially time to feel validated. This nightmare began after Ashley was found lifeless inside a closet at a Zanzibar resort. Just days into a romantic proposal trip with her crypto bro fiancé Joe McCann, officials rushed to call it self-inflicted before actually investigating the scene. Naturally, her family immediately shut down that suspicious narrative. Here is where the plot thickens. The night before she died, Ashley and Joe reportedly had a massive blowout that everyone noticed. Things got so toxic that resort security literally had to separate them into different villas 10 minutes apart. That alone is a red flag, but it gets darker. Nearby guests later claimed they heard muffled, disturbing sounds coming from Ashley's room around 2 a.m. Then, a mere 11 hours later, she is dead, and the math is not adding up. Remember, this Zanzibar getaway was supposed to celebrate Ashley's 31st birthday. According to her Instagram, life looked perfect. Happy vibes, luxury views, zero signs of drama. In fact, on April 4th, right before her birthday, Joe popped the question, and she posted the clip showing what looked like total bliss. Now, jump to the night of April 8th, when things turned ugly. Ashley and Joe had a heated war of words so intense that staff moved them to separate villas nearly 10 minutes apart. And get this was not their first fight on the trip. Reports claim they had been bickering since landing, but that night reached a breaking point. As for what triggered the chaos, nothing is official yet, but the streets are saying Ashley caught Joe cheating with other women during the vacation. Some even claim he was already cozy with the villa staff before she even arrived, which reeks of suspicion. Meanwhile, Ashley thought this was all about her birthday, clueless that there might be a hidden agenda. Now, here is the most chilling part. After they were split up, Joe allegedly returned to Ashley's villa with staff just hours later, claiming he wanted to talk. But when they entered, they found her unconscious in the closet with a belt around her neck. From that second, the vibes were off for everyone. It does not stop there. Neighbors later reported hearing strange, haunting sounds coming from her room around 2 a.m. Not just noise, but a muffled struggle, like someone was fighting for their life. At the time, nobody intervened, assuming she was alone. But looking back, those sounds raised terrifying questions about what really happened in those final moments. People heard her screaming for help and did nothing. That detail is absolutely gut-wrenching. Ashley was rushed to the hospital but died shortly after arriving. Here is another major red flag. Joe did not even call her family for 11 hours. While her parents thought she was living it up in Zanzibar, the reality was a total horror movie. It gets more frustrating. Reports say when he finally called, the story was inconsistent and full of holes. Her father, Harry Robinson, told TMZ that the fiancé never reached out initially, calling it devastating to have a daughter halfway across the world in silence. He just wanted to know she was safe. Those words reveal the pure agony this family is facing. He also noted that these resorts have cameras everywhere that should verify the timeline. He is demanding a real investigation so the truth finally surfaces. Usually, people worry about how local cops handle these cases, and this mess is no exception. Initially, the hospital claimed she died from suffocation-induced cerebral hypoxia. But now, rumors of CCTV footage showing exactly who entered that room could flip the entire script. And it actually gets worse. Ashley's family claims Joe has completely ghosted them. He just vanished into thin air. The only people he is reportedly talking to are the Tanzanian police. Even that setup is looking shady. There is loud chatter about his possible connections to the hotel and local authorities, making everyone doubt the process. To top it off, the situation with her body is a nightmare. Despite claims the autopsy is finished, the family says there is no progress on bringing her home. They are stuck in a painful limbo, begging for answers while facing nonsensical delays. It is obvious the family feels abandoned, and the anger is peaking. Many think the only way to get justice is to fly there and demand it personally because nothing about this feels right. Just when you thought it was over, more updates dropped. People are digging into Joe's past and side-eyeing his history, while reports say his passport was seized after police saw new evidence. All of this is putting massive pressure on a case that already has us shaking. Looking at his background, Joe was previously married to Shay Jackson, a high-level marketing exec for brands like Google and Skims. They married in 2018 and split around 2021, and they have 2 kids. While the breakup reason is private, the internet is screaming about his alleged infidelity issues. Now, regarding that hotel CCTV footage, nothing has gone public yet. Authorities are staying quiet during the investigation, but whatever they saw was enough to trap Joe in the country indefinitely with his passport confiscated. So, as of now, Joe is stuck in Zanzibar until this wraps. Currently, they are calling him a witness, not a suspect. But if these rumors are true, that title is going to change very fast. Meanwhile, the internet is dragging him. One user posted that she lacked discernment because he looks gross. Another theorized she dumped him and his ego snapped. These reactions are intense and show how emotional this has become. Ultimately, there are still massive holes in the story of her death. Was it really her own choice, or is there a dark secret buried there? Now, I need your take. Do you buy the official report, or is something deeper happening? Smash the comments with your theories and make sure you like, subscribe, and share this so we can find the truth.
They go to Tanzania for her 31st birthday. They get engaged. She looks happy right here. What happened? You're telling me that she was this happy that she wanted to take her life. I want you to look at this woman. Tell me, do you think this woman would have randomly just took her life? They're saying that her fiance, Joe McCann, told Tanzania police that this woman right here put a rope around her neck and took her own life.
And it actually gets worse. Ashley Robinson's family claims Joe McCann has completely ghosted them. Like he just vanished into thin air. The only people he is reportedly still speaking to are the Tanzanian police. And even that situation is raising eyebrows. There is growing chatter about possible connections between him, the hotel, and local authorities, and it is making people doubt everything. On top of that, the situation with Ashley's body is adding even more stress. Despite claims that the autopsy is finished, the family says there is zero movement in getting her returned home. That is leaving them stuck in a painful limbo, begging for answers while dealing with delays that make no sense. At this point, it is obvious the family feels abandoned, and the frustration is peaking. Many think the only way to get real clarity is by being there in person and demanding the truth directly, because right now, nothing about this situation feels settled at all.
An initial call that she got from Joe was 11 hours after something had transpired in the room. And that's very odd. 11 hours later,
11 hours.
Something had transpired, and Joe just relayed to Yolanda that Ashley was okay and she was stable and she was okay and don't worry about it.
But that she was at the hospital.
Yes. 11 hours later.
So have you spoken to him since, and what has he been saying?
There has been no communication.
Was there any footage? Did you look at the footage? Did you see the footage? These are things that's very important to us. These are things that can clear everything up. It gives us a timeline. It lets us know what happened. We have not seen or heard or even anything about any kind of footage, surveillance. No. These are things that we need to know.
Did you guys ever think that Ashley had any mental health issues?
I would think that's farther from the truth. If you go to her page, as you can see, she's a beacon of light. She likes being in line, like being.
Just when you thought this nightmare couldn't get any heavier, the internet is digging up Joe McCann's past and dragging his history into the light. People are spiraling over reports that his passport was snatched by Zanzibar authorities after they reviewed fresh evidence linked to Ashley Robinson's suspicious passing. The pressure is peaking, and everyone is on edge. Looking into his background, it turns out that before Ashley, Joe was married to Shay Jackson, a high-level marketing powerhouse who has repped giants like Google, Skims, and Nike. They tied the knot in 2018 and split around 2021, and they share 2 children. While the official reason for the divorce is under wraps, the comment sections are screaming about alleged infidelity and toxic behavior. Now, regarding that leaked hotel CCTV footage everyone is whispering about, authorities are keeping those clips locked down while the investigation is active. However, Whatever they saw on those tapes was clearly enough to keep Joe trapped in the country indefinitely. So, as of right now, Joe is grounded in Zanzibar until the law is satisfied. Police are still officially labeling him a witness, not a suspect, but if even a fraction of these rumors are true, that status is going to flip real fast. Meanwhile, social media is absolutely ruthless. One user posted that she clearly lacked discernment because he looks gross, while another theorized that she tried to dump him and his ego couldn't handle it. These reactions are visceral and show just how much this tragedy has polarized the world. Ultimately, the holes in the story surrounding Ashley's death are massive. Was it really a tragic choice, or is there a much darker truth waiting to be exposed? Now, I need to hear from you. Do you actually buy the official narrative, or is something deeper going on? Drop your theories in the comments, and make sure you like, subscribe, and share this video so we can keep pushing for the truth.